What is up, y'all? Welcome to my fantasy football podcast. Super excited to have if you're watching. Man, say it every week. I'm going to say it again. Get at my Instagram, Cosmic Football Analysis. All of these picks, hitters, hitters, hitters. Shout out my boy Justin for this one. DK Metcalf receptions, first quarter. I like that. Made me 7 buckaroos. Thanks, brother. Rolled it into the rest of the game. Took the Steelers' money line. Turned it into a little more. So I also want to point out, hey, playoff 4-0 this week in the playoffs in all my fantasies. This is a fantasy football podcast to begin with. Granted, we've been talking about bets, we've been talking about storylines, but hey, fantasy football, man, when it comes down to it, I might have a little sauce on that side. Obviously, with this week, I'm not even too high on that because my Lord, my Savior, Patrick Mahomes, tore his ACL. Now, as a guy who's torn both of his ACLs, granted, I'm not a professional football player, but I played football and I tore both of my ACLs playing football. And I just know it's not an easy thing to come back from. It's an intricate injury. It's very delicate. It has a huge risk of rehappening, but this guy knows the best doctors. He went and got a second opinion. That's what you should do. And he's going to get taken care of. I know, Bob Strope, his trainer in Kansas City, is one of the best in dynamic movements and strengthening, in the rotation. And the rotation is what causes that ACL to go. Now, I don't know what graft they took, which means where they took the muscle from to fix his ACL, but I'm guessing they took his patella graft. That's what they took from mine. They may have taken his hamstring or his quadricep. Those are also pretty popular. But those all depend on the recovery and what the recovery looks like. I don't think we'll see Patrick Mahomes till at least halfway through the season next year, maybe not till Thanksgiving. What that means for the Chiefs, lots of questions. Andy Reid came out this week, said, hey, we're going to play if we can. He said, if we can get out there, he said it's Yahtzee. If we go out there, we're going to make it happen. If the guys are ready, they are going to play. So that's all you can really take from this. That's all I really have from it. Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs. Kills me. This is the first postseason without Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes since 1998. And as a feller that was born in 2002, that's crazy because this is since I was born. One of these three guys hasn't been in the playoffs. And it almost feels like it's not really football without him. You're the big dog's not there hunting. So, I just have to say AFC's wide open. Good luck to the Bills. Good luck to the Broncos. But I hope neither of them win. I hope what happens is like when the Bengals beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, the NFC team wins. I am now an NFC fan for the sole fact that I don't want an AFC team to have a ring against Patrick Mahomes. So this guy, it has been and will continue to be the king of the AFC. He's been to 7 straight AFC championships. Personally, I've been to 5 of those, and I just have to say that that's like an incredible honor. And because of that fact, I'm okay with us missing the playoffs this year. And if that means that Patrick Mahomes gets that extra month to recover instead of playing for an extra month of football that most of these guys don't play, and if it means that he is healthy next year and doesn't have to play on a banged up knee that we knew was hurt a couple weeks ago. And if it also means that the Chiefs have to face a tough reality and make some draft decisions and build a defense and an offensive line that's going to stay healthy and stay around. We got to make some good trades and get a good team because, as you can see, if one player goes, you can't just throw the season away, man. We still have 3 more games left. 2 of them extremely winnable. And then the Broncos on Christmas. That would be a crazy, crazy, crazy turnaround if the Chiefs can do that without Patrick Mahomes. They have a couple weeks. They have the Titans this week to really test some things if they want to. Let's get into the picks for this week, man. I did terrible. 4 out of 16. What the hell? I was on a heater of at least 9 for the past 6 weeks. Came over here. Now, I will say, out of 50,000 people that do this pick 'em every week, only 34 got over 13 correct picks. So I got to take that with a grain of salt. It was just a tough week against the spread. The public has had another losing week. Vegas was, or I guess the public was 4-10 when they were against the spread this week. So there was only 14 games when the public was against the spread, I guess. But here we are. I didn't do too well. Falcons, Bucks, we didn't call this one correctly. We hopped on here on Thursday, talked about that one. Browns got this, did not do anything as we kind of called. The Bears had their rebound game with Ben Johnson. We knew that would happen. The Ravens, wow. The only reason we took the -2.5 is because we thought the Bengals needed at least 3.5. The Bengals needed 25. Ouch. Joe Burrow, where was that at? Lamar Jackson looked pretty good this week. Got to give him some credit. We talked about them needing a game this week, and especially with the Steelers winning last night too. They really needed that one. Cardinals did not do anything to the Texans. I think that this score isn't even close. It was probably 28-0 at one point. Texans just brought a whopper to them early. Texans offense figuring it out. Texans are going to be scary in the AFC. Jets, Jags. Ooh, boy. This was a heater, too. Brady Cook. My Cook parlay hit. Brady Cook for a touchdown. Brady Cook for over 150 yards. And Brady Cook over 16 completions hit. Fanatics is being weird. Didn't pay the entire amount, so I emailed them. They ended up paying the entire amount, but that was about $135 profit. That's pretty good, man, off of just a little one guy play. And I just did it because he's a Missouri guy. But hey, if you look at these starting quarterbacks and you think, hey, they'll do a little bit of production, they're going to get a touchdown, and it happened. It happened early too. He was 6 for 6 and a touchdown in the first quarter. Don't ask his full stat line because he ended with 3 interceptions. Now I'm deflecting a little bit because I'm looking at this Chargers-Chiefs game, which, take away Patrick Mahomes getting out, was very winnable. In the situation we were in at the end when Gardner Minshew throws an interception, he just is staring down Travis Kelce, first of all. And he's open. He had a clean pocket. He had one of the most clean pockets I've seen in the Chiefs had in a long time. And just chucks an interception away. Honestly, he could have thrown the ball away and we could have kicked a field goal, tied the game, put it into overtime, and fought. But didn't happen. Gave it away to the Chargers defense, just like the Eagles did. Chargers looking like a legitimate team. Sitting 10-4. Okay. I see you boys over there. Bills, Patriots. What a comeback by Josh Allen. This guy, week in and week out, just puts on a clinic. Obviously, my favorite out of the AFC, but you can say, hey, this was a Josh Allen comeback, but hey, there was a kick return for a touchdown and multiple plays of big defensive stops. I don't think there was a single touchdown besides one in the second half by the Patriots. So, the Bills defense, got to give them hats off too, and the special teams. If you're going to get a kick return for a touchdown, that's just a godsend right there. That'll change the whole game around. Commanders, Giants. This was a close one. I think I probably should have came back on the Commanders with them being underdogs by 2, but that's hindsight here. Giants still put up a couple points, but Commanders got on them early. Marcus Mariota looks really good out there, I gotta say. Eagles, whoa. Jalen Hurts said, hey, you want to see my 4 interceptions from last week? Here's 4 touchdowns this week. Totally flipped it around. Eagles looked good. Granted, they're playing the Raiders. But hey, 31-0 shutout. That's a something to say in itself. Good for the Eagles. Broncos pulling it out, beating the Packers. I totally hated this. I totally had money against this, and they're proving me wrong. Do I like the Packers? No. Do I hate the Broncos? Yes. But we'll see where they go in the playoffs. I feel like it's really up to the Broncos or the Bills. They're going to tough it out. I can just see that battle happening. It'll be a good game, too. Lions, Rams. Ooh, Rams just securing their spot. I think Rams will probably win the Super Bowl this year. They look like the team a couple years ago, just on fire, beating every good team they play. We'll see Thursday if they can keep that streak going. But I don't think the Seahawks offense is there at this time. Obviously, JSN, huge production, but that was in the fourth quarter of this last game. And with them having to kick all those field goals, no touchdowns, you have to give the Rams some credit just being able to score 41 points on the Lions. I mean, that's something that not a lot of people can hang their hats on. Saints didn't do it. Put it within 3. Oh, wait, no. I had the Panthers here, but the Saints did it. You know, honestly, over here, I don't know why I had the Panthers by -2.5, because fairly in all my sports books and my money was on the Saints. And I actually had the Saints money line parlay with the Vikings and the Commanders, and that was a very good payout. $10 into 85. Now, there was a parlay for 50 to pay out to about $2,000, but since the Chiefs lost, that was the one leg that threw it. So I'm kind of mad about them. Colts, Hockeys. With Phillip Rivers in this game, man. Oh, man. This was a tough one. We just kind of talked about it a little bit with the Rams. But the Seahawks just field goal, 6 of them. I don't think that'll do it against the Rams. The defense, if you didn't give a game plan to Phillip Rivers enough to put it outside of like 6 points, I just can't take them seriously. They haven't been doing it well. Playing 2 weeks ago, they only scored 9 points in the first half against the Falcons. And then this week, 18 points against the bad Colts. So that's why on this Thursday, I'm heavy on the Rams. Was going to come over here and check the public betting odds, public money percentages. Oh, wow. Only 61% of the money is on the Rams spread. I would take that. On the money line, Seahawks money line, percentage of bets, 50%. People are crazy. We are hitting the Rams this week, people. Rams on Thursday. Rams on Thursday. You heard it here first. Vikings, Cowboys, huge upset here. Kind of called it. Cowboys on the down. Vikings on the surprise up. They let J.J. McCarthy go in there and finish them. That was embarrassing, quite honestly, for the Cowboys. Steelers got it done against the Dolphins. I didn't like this one. In the day of, I went back and picked the Steelers, but I didn't come on here and change it because for you guys, I didn't want to come back and edit that after the video. But my money was on the Steelers. Glad that happened. I had the Dolphins plus 13.5 on a parlay. Here it is, just so you can see it. Dolphins, 13.5 right there. Boy, look at this score. 13-point difference. 0.5 makes that a cover. So that was huge coverage right there. I love that. Total points for Minnesota. Didn't get that one right. Thought I had Dallas winning. And this one had wrong as well. Good news this week, and why you should be here, is this fantasy stuff. We are in round 2 of the playoffs in all of our leagues. Here we are, sitting nice, playing against the Sharks, going into here. I am pumped, man. If I win this game, I'm sitting pretty. I get money back, all guaranteed. In this league here, playing for the championship. This is a 2-week championship here, playing against Daniel Brown, 2 Goaty. We had a very close matchup week 1, as you can see here. I lost by 0.08 of a point. And then again, he kicked my butt that week 10. But we're coming here, man. Full box scorer this time. Oh, I'm excited. 2-week playoff. This is for all the marbles. I believe this is a $50 buy-in league. So 50 times 10. Winner gets $450. Probably second place gets their money back. So $450 to me. Second place gets their money back. I am pumped, man. That's awesome. Sitting here, I had a crazy comeback in this one and a huge win. Won't even show me, I guess, but we were up 210. I doubled his score plus another 10. And playing against a big bad dog, Cody Gardner. Okay, looks like nothing wants to load. That's okay. And then if I win that, we'll be in the championship, and that will be a 2-week championship. It should just be 1, though. And here in this league, going at it, this is for just 5 buckaroos, 40 for the winner. And I think I might have it. I've been winning. I mean, I'm 10-4 in this league. Obviously, this guy's 11-3, but I just feel it in this league, man. My team's stacked. Jacoby Brisket going to go out to Atlanta, kill him. Everyone else here is just ready to fight. Jamar Chase, I think he's going to give Miami hell this week. And really, other than that, that's just kind of my recap for this weekend. A lot on the Chiefs this week. We'll see you on Friday's episode where we talk our picks and everything for the weekend. I guess since I won't be doing my episode till Friday, we will go ahead and make our Thursday night pick. We've been talking about it at 1.5 points. Take the Rams, -1.5. Make sure you're on the lookout on my Instagram. I got plenty of good stuff going on here. This is where I'm going to be posting stuff first. Obviously, subscribe to the channel, like, comment. It helps the engagement, helps fuel my channel and my, drive to do this. I love this. Obviously, it's almost the end of the season, coming up with new plans for stuff to do after and how to get other people involved in this. Man, it's been a tough weekend, honestly, with Patrick Mahomes. And I just want to say, follow me here. That's it. I don't want to be emotional. See y'all on Thursday. Bye.